target individuals at specific companies, otherwise known as ABM, account-based marketing. This can be as simple as picking up the phone, giving individuals a call, running email campaigns, or doing digital marketing via paid social media or via programmatic. To start off, let me actually show a quick, very small sample of companies very well known in the Seattle area. We are going to attempt to create a business list with business individuals for both email campaigning and digital marketing. Currently, the ABM list tool you see that supports specifically business email campaigns as well as digital does not focus on phone outreach. So just want to be very clear and transparent. This is for use cases for email campaigning and digital marketing. And this will work together with Business Online Audience, the tool you see to the far left-hand side. So again, this file we're just going to simply upload by selecting this tile. By the way, this is available via API as well. I am also able to utilize business email addresses most of the time, and I highlight most of the time. An organization's domain will be consistently provided within the email alias or email domain that you'll be utilizing. Some are .net, while the site is .com, so on and so forth, but most of the time it aligns. So I can either upload this list via HubSpot, just import a static list, or in this case, let me just pull it over from my computer. Business file, same file that I was just showing. Sales software companies, open. Okay. It does a little bit of header or field mapping. You're able to select the right fields if you do not have a header. Click next steps. All right, from the very start, it has identified my 7 companies and the total number of contacts looks to be 17,999 individuals. We are adding 53, we'll just call it short of 54,000 contact points. What are contact points? Contact points are business emails, consumer emails, consumer location data, such as city, state, and zip, as well as phone numbers. So the power with B2B marketing, or at least with this tool and the Reach platform, is we can take business-specific individuals and overlay their consumer information. Me personally, I have 5 consumer email addresses. I log into LinkedIn using a Yahoo email, on Google, of course, using Gmail, and I actually have 3 different Gmail email addresses. So you have to make sure to have a few of the appropriate data points, as well as, if I have a complete profile, I might say that I'm in, outside of Seattle, Washington. So you're going to want to have as much consumer information as possible to identify the correct profile, online profile, as well as unlocking it. Also very important for programmatic in order to match up to the pool of cookies associated with me. The record that I am creating will have a single match credit deducted from my annual allowance of match credits. So over to the left, I could say, all right, well, maybe my use case is not digital marketing. I simply and only want to email. Well, click direct email, and these numbers will adjust. We don't have most likely the same number of email addresses as we do the ability to stitch together somebody's consumer profile to overlay on top of the business individual. So you've seen my number of email addresses reduce from I believe the 18,000 that we started with. These direct emails are run through deliverability for validating the deliverability of said emails. And we are usually in the mid 90 percentiles. So there will be some that are undeliverable, as well as just all of our appends in general. Everything's done in runtime, real time. If I want to do omnichannel, meaning I want to not only email them, but also send digital marketing to them at the same time to maximize effectiveness and hopefully increase my conversion numbers. Always good to see advertisement out of one channel or outside of one solo channel. And I simply click on omnichannel marketing, in which case we're going to add a second line. You can see the first column is email addresses. The second column is online audience records. One thing to note, the email addresses do cost 2 credits instead of just 1. Again, there's some costs associated with that since we're running it through a third party for deliverability purposes. So you can see the credits and matches, it would be 3 in total, 2 for email, 1 for online audience, for a total combined number of 3 credits deducted if I do omnichannel. Now, these 7,866 individuals, we're overlaying additional consumer, that's Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail email addresses, you name it, as well as phone numbers and a consumer address location information. We're providing 23,589 additional contact points. The total number of match credits are over here. Don't want to be confused because it is a very similar number, 23,589 and 23,598. These are totally 2 different things. Total contact points, how much data we're packaging together, and this is specific to how many match credits are going to be deducted. You see a sample down below, what it will look like, what the final file will look like. We're, of course, masking it until you run the job, but just a few sample files, business email, LinkedIn URL, and then you get further over to the right, and we have these columns for digital marketing. They are all encrypted via SHA-256 or MD5 for PII and privacy purposes. We're not in the business of providing consumer information to just spam them on 5 or 6 different email addresses, as well as doing digital. So this is going to be in a format that you can upload to Google or Facebook or LinkedIn or LiveRamp or StackAdapt or Trade Desk. And we'll get to that when I provide a sample here shortly. I do have the ability to filter out companies that don't meet my ideal customer profile. In this case, I've already selected the 7 companies I want to target, so it's really pointless for me to start weeding some of them out. I can filter some of them out by filtering for headcount or employee count, annual revenue. Really what I want to do is skip over this. And these are more relevant when it comes to creating a list from scratch via our persona list builder tool that will be provided in the tool will be highlighted through a separate video. For right now, skip over and let's start filtering for the right individuals at those companies. In this case, let me select some high-level seniorities or high seniority levels, manager, director, VP, C-level. And then I don't want just any vice president or director. Don't want a director of human resources. We want directors and VPs in marketing and sales for this demonstration. So we'll click marketing department and sales. You can see the numbers adjust up here, and there'll always be a 1-to-1 between having a digital audience created and a deliverable business email address. So these will reflect the same number of contacts. We do have the ability to select on role and get very granular. The other filters, we can start filtering or focusing on individuals that are in specific states. So I could sit here and go, I only want to target people that are in the state of Washington. You can do multiple states if you'd like, but this is filtering for where the headquarters is. You can see it dropped one of my companies. I believe that was DocuSign that got axed from my list. They're actually headquartered in San Francisco, but the majority of their staff are in the Seattle area. in which case I don't want to filter out businesses that are located or headquartered outside of the state of Washington. I want to focus on individuals that live in the state of Washington that happen to work at those companies. So I would select person's location. I can also say, I don't want my list to be overly saturated with one specific company, or I might want to max out at only marketing to 20 or 50 or 100 people at any individual company at a time, in which case you can put a maximum number of individuals. I'll just put 50 in there. I'm going to back out of it, to be honest with you. I'll just keep it as is. Again, 288 individuals will come with a deliverable email, and 288 individuals will have a digital audience created. We're going to overlay 864 additional consumer contact points on top of the business email that we're going to be providing. And I want to highlight these are just estimates. It could be a little bit higher, it could be a little bit lower. And it's because we do the appending in runtime, real time. We just simply don't know how many emails are going to be deliverable. So this could change. Next steps. We'll place this in our folder. You can rename whatever folder, create a folder from scratch, no problem. ABM3, and then I can manage exclusions and suppression lists. So if somebody has opted out, current clients, maybe I place competitors, I'll place them in the suppressions opt-out list. So they'll always be removed from any lists I'm creating. Or maybe I created an ABM that might have included one of the companies that I just uploaded. Maybe I utilized or created an audience a week or two ago in which we're running campaigns at. I don't want to run two campaigns to the same person at the same time, so I might want to do a one-time exclusion. You can manage it here. This will be available on most tools in the workflow process for most tools that you'll be seeing in any of our videos. Click create. And what we're doing is we're tasking the system again to append for both business emails to do email campaigning, as well as overlaying consumer data, consumer contact points to construct digital audiences for the same individuals that you're going to be running email campaigns. So you can market to them, run impressions on any of the social platforms, as well as via programmatic, via cookie matching. Why don't I show what this list will look like for email campaigns? You can see first name, last name, title of the individuals, the companies that they work at, departments, their deliverable email, the location of the company, and the location of the individuals. And then when it comes to digital marketing, you will receive a second folder. When I say folder, not a file, because each one of these audiences are going to be formatted for the specific destination. So you can see the header of this file is Google. We'll have another one for LinkedIn, another one for Facebook, Instagram, another one for LiveRamp, one that's generic for other DSPs, one specific for StackAdapt, just a number of different output files that are going to be formatted specifically for the platform of your choosing. So you'll notice something different from the last file that I showcased. These are all masked for PII and privacy purposes. Again, we're not trying to provide every single phone number associated to an individual, so you can slide this over to your sales staff and pound the phones over and over again, as well as running 5 different email addresses of mine through a single campaign, whether it be business or personal. It would all be in here, so we're masking all of it. Looking at the file, it has been completed. Actually, the number of companies that are associated with this file went up, which is great. The total number of individuals actually went down. So we have a greater reach when it comes to the number of companies. In my ABM, I uploaded 7. I was able to find somebody at those companies or 6 out of 7 companies, with some pretty healthy seniority at those organizations. So 356 for digital, 356 for email. Again, 2 credits for email, 1 credit for online audience. I have the ability to export my list before I download it. You see I have the right contacts. If I do that, let me just show it to you. It's a little bit different. All right. So you'll only get charged for when you download. So before I hit this green button, you see off to the right, export as CSV, let me just spot check and make sure I have the right titles and departments included. You can see the business emails are masked. So all looks good. I also get firmographic summaries and demographic summaries associated to the individuals. So this is hopefully going to provide you with a few nuggets of information to help you either tailor your content or further filter for the right ICPs at the company. So let's walk through. You have revenue, the leading industry within the ABM audience, where the company is located, headquarters. You have company by size of company, by employee count, by revenue, all the other additional industries that fell into that list, number of years in business, top departments, looks like customer service most of the time is part of sales. You have title by age and gender, so we place them in different cohorts. Are they public? Are they private? Are they an EDU? Or are they a government entity? And then you see a second map. Well, tell me where these individuals are located. Tell me, are they married? Are they primarily male or female? Number of children in the household, different age cohorts. Are they millennials? Are they Gen X? Are they baby boomers? Who am I marketing to? I have a few seconds to capture their attention. I need to tailor my content or make sure I have the right ICPs in order to catch their attention. Are they educated, beyond college, below college level, household income, you name it. We have quite a few firmographic and demographic data points, but we're summarizing it on a macro level. It's not going to be itemized per individual. It's on a macro level. We do have an alternative solution. If you do want the firmographics specific to each individual company, take this list, run a firmographic append. Take this list, run a lookalike list. It's going to produce a number of similar contacts at similar companies. So if you're looking for VPs and with the marketing and sales, run a lookalike list, and it'll be of similar titles at similar companies. Now, currently, as of November 2023, we are currently not providing lookalike audience with email campaigning capability. It's solely for digital marketing purposes. Very top of funnel, but I'm sure in the near future, we'll open that up to include business emails as well. Let's see. From here, I just simply click X CSV file. Wait a minute. I can download this as a CSV file, or really a zip folder with all the different formatted files as well as my business email list. But I also have the ability to push the digital audience over to Facebook Ads Manager or Google Ads. So you can start running campaigns, upload content, and increase your match rates. Again, overlaying the consumer data on top of the business data is where the increased match rates of 3 to 5x comes into play. And the higher the matches, the more impressions, more awareness, more click-throughs, and the more conversions. We have a few case studies, so don't hesitate to contact sales@versium.com. Ask for a few A/B match rate tests or case studies on some of those completed A/B match rate tests. And we can always run a few tests without running active campaigns to show you the increase in matches and what that all entails.